Well, what I'm thinking today is we can finally take a look in this suitcase. Okay, I can't remember what's in there, but I'm sure there's lots of exciting things. And then also I'll put the handles that we found the other week when we were sorting through, do you remember? I'll put them into the picture frame. I've also got another couple of bits, and also I made a mould of this frozen Charlotte. Well, I say me, Mick made the mould of the frozen Charlotte so I could reproduce it. So yep, I'll show you that. Also, I did do a video. Oops. Don't worry, nothing's broken. I did do a video on making a face mask, but it was so long, it was 20 minutes long, that I've put it on my channel. Okay, so I'm sure Mick will put the link in the description below. Okay, so if you want to know how to make the face mask, I'll show it at some point in this video and you can see it, but the tutorial will be in the link in the description below, because it was just far too long to put in this. It was 20 minutes long. Okay then, right, let's get cracking. Okay, so I took the picture off the wall and I've got all the spare handles to put in here. So what you do, very carefully, I'll try and keep it on screen as best I can, is to just turn it over, carefully, flip it on its front, like so, and then I'll just get the scissors to help me push back these metal tabs. You can do it with your fingers, but it can hurt, so I'm just going to use the scissors. So then you take the back off, and then probably with the help of the scissors on the corner, just lift your picture out. Okay, put that to one side, and now you've got your handles exposed there, and you just need to just empty these handles out of this jar, these handles out of this jar, and then we'll pop them in. Oh, might be a bit thick. Okay, that one's too thick, so it's not going to go in. That won't fit in. Okay, so make sure that sits on okay. And that. And then it's got two of those things on either side, but because it's something that I would keep going into, I just put one tab down on each side. Right, and then let's see what that looks like. We'll just carefully lift it up. Yep, and there you have it. Some more handles in the picture frame, and now I can put that on the wall. Right, so there you have it on the wall. Right, so sit back and watch something now while I take that case off the top of the cupboard and open it up and see what we've got. Right, let's have a look and see if we can find anything on here, on our tiny little bit of beach. Oh, hang on. What's that there? Yep, a little bit of blue and white. That's nice. Like a leaf pattern on it. Phew, thank goodness, found something. That's nice and I can use that one. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's got a little bit of blue in it. Sorry, just let me hold it a bit better. Yep, that's got something on it. I think it might be lettering. Can't tell. Oh, let's not drop it. Yep, there we go. 2 little finds, 2 little gems. Let's keep our eye out for something else. I can't imagine that we're going to find anything exciting on here today. Like we've said, it's all flooded. There we go. What's that? Oops. Tell you what, pick that little piece up. Don't lose it. Right, so what have we got here? It's the lip, some blue and white, striped, all usable. What's this one here? Oh, and a handle. Yep. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these in my pocket. I forgot to bring my bag. Oops. Well, I've got a pocket. Right, I think I can spy a little piece of handle here. There we go. So I think my handle collection is being built up today. Right, what's that there? Oh, that's just a stone. Don't need to get excited about that, do we? Just a shame that the river is so high today. Just can't get anywhere at all. But we've got beautiful blue skies. Oh look, and a train. I spy with my little eye a lovely piece of blue and white. Just there.
Hardly anything here at all, nothing.
Oh, I'm going to lose it. Here, give it here. Menace. Right, let me just position it a bit better through throwing it on my glove. There we go, look at that, that's lovely. Oh, on both sides as well. That's very nice. Yep. Definite a keeper. That's nice. Let's keep looking.
So while it's flooding so much, we will have a little look around, and I found there must be a handle off a cup, maybe an old handle. I'm going to keep that handle, put it in my pocket. I'm going to keep that. Oh look, I've still got some look at that in my pocket. That comes from Port Merion.
Well, that looks quite hopeful. What do you think? What do you think? Oh no, I think it's a piece of wood. Oh, very disappointing. Piece of wood. I'm sure it's the same piece of wood that got me last time on this beach. Disappointing. You look like a clay pipe stem. You're staying there. Oh well, keep looking. Right, just before we open the case and see what's in there, and I don't know what's in there because I haven't opened it in quite a while, can't remember. Anyway, but before that, if you remember a few weeks ago, or maybe last week, I showed you a frozen charlotte that I had, and I said I wanted to mould it. Well, Mick made me a silicone mould, which worked, and I managed to be able to mould some resin in it. Just need some enamel paint. That one's just glittered, but I think with the resin and some white enamel paint, it won't look that dissimilar to the original one. I could stick an eye hole in the top there, screw in one, and make it into like a little pendant or something, or maybe even on a bracelet, a charm on a bracelet. Okay, so yeah, just shows you that if you want something, you've just got to say it and Mick makes it for you. There we go, silicone mould of frozen Charlotte, so I can make some more and do some craft things with them. It's sort of thing I could add to mosaics and things like that without actually using the real frozen Charlotte. Sometimes you get something that's so nice you don't really want to use it on anything. Okay, right, let's get the case. Okay, so I've come upstairs to find a quiet corner of the house because I've got the kids either end of the house playing games with their with my grandkids in Scotland, so it's quite noisy out there. But yeah, I managed to come upstairs and find a quiet space. And what we're going to do now is going to do some jewellery making. I'll make a couple of these, just show you how you do it. It's really easy, very simple. I'll give you instructions as I'm going in case you want to do it yourself. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making that and you're going to be watching, and then maybe you might fancy having a go yourself. Okay, well, my first job was to find a few pieces to put and make into a necklace. So I chose these three, and I've chose this mould, and I'm also going to try out this mould as well, which is mini alphabets. So I might do one of those letters and see what that turns out like. Okay, so what you do is you choose your pieces, choose your small pieces obviously because it's only for necklaces, and then try and find a mould that it best fits in. And the pattern bit is a bit that goes face down. Okay, so it's too big for that one, and that one might go in there. That one can go in there. Doesn't matter if it's a bit curvy and it sticks out the back. Doesn't matter, it's at the back of your necklace. No one will ever know. And that one. Yep, right, so now I know where they're going to go. I'm going to take them out. Okay, and then I'm going to get my UV gel. Now this is UV resin. Okay. This is what we're going to use, and we're going to use the UV light to set it. So, right, which one was it? Is it that? Yeah, so it was that one, and that one, wasn't it? So, first of all, I'll do these two down here, actually, because that one's a little bit too far away for the light. So, first of all, I'll just put a very thin layer all the way on the base of this. I'll just do that so that the front of the pottery isn't sticking out from beyond any resin. So, a very thin layer there. And a very thin layer there. You can't go wrong with this. There you go, thin layers. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set that. So I'll put it under the UV light and I press the button for 120 seconds. Okay? And I'll bring you back when that's set, because I'm sure you don't want to stand here watching it for 120 seconds. Okay, so the light's gone out, the 3 minutes is up. Let's take it out. So we've got those two that are now set. And so we can place our piece. In fact, no, I'll put some of this on first. Put some more of this resin on. That one. Then on that one, and then we'll get that green piece, which will pop in there. Which way was that one? That one we will pop in there. Just get a bit of a tap just to encourage any bubbles to come to the surface. It can get bubbles in, but because we're using old pieces of pottery, it adds to it. To get a bubble in it, it's just like a bubble in the old glass that we get, isn't it, really? So it helps. It doesn't matter. If it's got a bubble in, it really doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your jewellery at all, because we're using old pieces. We're using vintage pottery, aren't we? Right, so that's had a little bit of a tap and chance to settle I'll just put a little bit more resin in. I won't completely fill it because I just find I get a better result if I just do a few thin layers. If you do get a big bubble, you can just use a little cocktail stick, or I'd use a pipette and I just pop it. Sometimes you can get big bubbles like that and just pop it. So right, let's add a little layer on now. So there's a bubble, you can't see it, but there's a bubble right on the edge there that's popped out, so we'll give that a pop. Yep, so don't worry about the bubbles. Doesn't matter for what we're doing. So now I'm going to pop it back in under the light for 120 seconds, 3 minutes. Okay, our next 3 minutes is up. So let's take it out and we'll put the final layer of the resin on. So we want to cover the back of the piece of pottery and the rest of the mould. It really is this simple. This one does stick out at the back of the mould just a little bit, but I'm still covering it in the resin. You won't be able to tell, well, because that's going to sit close to your skin. Okay, so yep, pop that in. You know the score, pop it in for 120 seconds, 3 minutes. It's lucky on this one, this particular UV light has a timer on it. It's got a 120 second, a 90 second and an 80 second. So we can just automatically just put the right light on. Okay, so I'll see you in 3 minutes. Actually, while that's still going, we can try and do one of these alphabet ones. I've not used this before, so we'll see if it works. They look very thin, so I don't know what it's going to turn out like, but we might as well do an S. Might as well do an S. See what it looks like. So just need to fill the mould. Very hard because it is very, very slim. Right, so I think that's filled it. Let's see if I can just wipe that. Let me put that light back on actually. It won't do any harm, but it means I can see a bit clearer. Just going to wipe the excess off the top. Like that. Okay, it's gone a bit in the eye, doesn't matter. Right, okay, so we've got the lights on. We might as well pop that in. Pop that S in to dry. Let's test it. Yep, that seems dry. Seems set. So that's 3 lots of 3 minutes, wasn't it? Because I did it in 3 layers. But look at that. There you go. It's got the hole in it already. And in a minute, what I'll do is I'll show you. You can't see it's over here. Hang on, let's see if I can just grab one of these necklaces. Oops. Without making everything fall. I'll just show you how you can just wrap some wire around it, which also means that you can thread it on a cord. Okay, so that's that one. Let's see if the other ones. Okay, just just push it up through the mould. There you go, we've got another one. So we'll pop them there. Let's move the mould to one side, clean that later. Right, I'll just get some wire and see if I can show you how to wrap it round, or how I wrap it round. You can wrap it round whoever you like, but just an example, I'll show you how I do it. Back in a sec.
Yeah, one of them jam jar thingies in it. Is it a jam jar thing, that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that in the bag. We'll keep that. We'll go over to another one over here.
This here. Can you see what that is?
Pick it up then.
Can you see what it is? Can you tell what it is?
It's like a top of a bottle, I think.
With the stopper in it?
Yeah, the top of a bottle.
Yep, with one of those. See if it's got a pattern on it.
Right, okay, so let's just
No, no pattern.
Yeah, is it no pattern on it now?
No, but see.
Unscrews though. You can keep the screwy bit if you want to throw the bottle bit.
Yeah, I might just sand that down though.
Okay then.
To make something
Keep
with
that
it.
Then.
Yeah, that's the first one we found of those.
I'll keep that. Look at that, yeah. Very nice. Just turn it around a little bit. Very nice, that. Good job there.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job. Yeah.
Right, let's see if it's plain or if it's got something on it. Right, should we turn it over?
I'll turn it over, see what
Yeah.
we've got there.
Oh.
There's some sort of pattern there.
Yeah.
Let me get
Some
closer
sort
to
of
that, see if I can get closer to that. Yeah, very nice. Huh?
Yeah.
There's something, we've got a few bits here, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a bit silver. It's a pot.
Has it got anything on it?
It's not that asylum thing again, is it?
No.
Another one.
VIA, looks like.
Very good. Very, very good. That's great stuff. We're doing finding quite a lot in the short time we've been here.
Yeah.
Only been here a short while and we've had a few good finds. So we only just started at this little section here. There's plenty of places to go down there, and there's also under the bridge, excuse it, getting dark and light, under the bridge that way. We've not even been down there, but there's a free shower as well as you go through.
Yeah. I'm not sure where to try them.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it say on there?
The writing on it?
Yeah. Crystal something maybe?
CRYS.
T. Chris. But. So if that writing's that way,
Don't know if you're sitting that way around.
it's curved.
Yeah. Good, isn't it?
So I don't know what that is.
Very good.
No idea what that could be.
I haven't got a clue where to look into that. It's from crystal. We've got something down here. It's a bit of a blue. Nice that already.
Right, I'll get that out in a sec.
I should have stayed away as they can. Anyone spot them
I've already
missing?
showed him one, so you can trust it. Yep.
Nice. What's on there? What's on there? Is it?
This looks like, I don't know. Is it a, I don't know which way. Is it a roof of something? Or some fencing?
Yeah.
Fencing. You can see the ice around it.
It's icy. It's cold out here, everybody. It's not too cold. It's actually okay. Yeah. What have we got here? Oh, it's ice.
Right, okay, so I've got some crafting wire, some silver crafting wire. It's not silver. I don't think it's real silver, it's just silver. Crafting wire and some like fine nose pliers, crafting pliers, I don't know, jewellery pliers. I always start it off by just gripping the end of it there and just giving it a little bit of a turn around the end and taking it off, and then by hand, see if you can see it, by hand just turning it round, see, like that, like a snail shell, like that, because what that does, it just gets rid of that end, you know, so it's not floating about anywhere, so you're not wondering what you have to do with it. And then I would put it, let's see, tell you what, I'm just going to cut this wire. I don't usually cut the wire down because I'm a bit stingy with my wire. I only like to cut what I use, but for the video I'll just cut it off, which these pliers do the cutting as well as any sort of twiddling about. Okay, right, so I've cut that off to make it easier for me to do the video. So I'll just place it on there, quite like it to go there, and then I very closely, don't know if you can see, wrap it round like that, and wrap it around the back, press it against it so it's nice and close. I'm going to wrap it there. Right, and then I'm going to bring it up to the back, just pop it through. I just need to make sure it's got a big enough hole at the top that when I wrap that round I'll be able to thread the cord through at the top, so I'll just give that a bit of a squeeze. Okay, and then the end. See, I've cut it a bit too short. That's because I was trying to be careful. Still do it, it'll still work. But there you go. Squeeze it on with the pliers. Can you see? Sorry. Yeah, putting the light on that I brought upstairs would have helped, wouldn't it? So, sorry about that. But as you can see, I've wrapped it round. See, normally I would have left it, I wouldn't have cut it off until I got to the top. But because it was difficult to show you on the camera, I cut it off. But there we go. We've still got what we meant to, oops, got what we meant to have there. Necklace. So what you would do, you would just get your cord. This is all easy crafting. It's not, you're not making the cord. These come ready done with the fastenings on the end. You can just buy the cord and all the fastenings and do it yourself, but you don't have to. And so you've left that nice and big there so that you can thread your cord through. Yeah. And so there you have a necklace. Easy as that. 3 lots of 3 minutes in the light. Wrap the piece of wire down. Don't do what I do, don't cut it off before you've finished. I only did that so that it wasn't being dragged across the screen, and I shouldn't have done that really. But there you go. I can tell myself off. There you go, there's a necklace. And I'll show you something else that I do with those. I don't just make necklaces with them. So just give me 1 second and I'll take you to some other things that I've made. Okay, so here are a couple of other things that I've made with those pendant things. Okay, I made a bigger one because I had a nice piece of pottery from the county asylum here in Prestwich, so that was too nice just to do nothing with. So I made a very big bag charm, and I added the smaller one, which is very much like the one that we've just made together, and added the hook on the top. Oops, hook on the top. There you go. I've got a bag charm, that one. And then on this one, I haven't set that in resin. Beautiful piece of china, and the resin was, it would have used too much resin to turn that into a resin bag charm. Okay, and then just added a ring, put a hole through it, added a ring, added one of those things that we've just made, and then the hook to clip it onto your bag or whatever. I actually just hang these in the doorway on a hook, both of them, just because I like to look at everything. Right, so there you go, that's it, very easy. And we've got that one yet to cover, but we might add that. Tell you what, next week I might make a bag charm like that one. Okay, so there you have it, how to make some resin jewellery with your pottery. Oh my goodness, I nearly forgot. We'll see how this turned out. See if I can do it one-handed. Oh, well actually, you know what? It worked. I'm just swapping cameras over just so that you can get a better view of that S that's come out there. Hopefully you can see that a lot clearer. And now with that we could put it on the necklace. Which one have we just done? Yeah, so we can also, with that, the little letters that you do, you could also put them onto whatever it is there that you've made. See? So you can see that on there. Just lift it up. There you go. So yeah, the letters turned out alright actually. You could add it to all sorts of things, even to the bag charm like that. Stick it on anywhere you liked. I suppose if you've got a resin colour as well that's meant for this resin you could add to it and make it a colour, but I quite like it clear. I quite like it not standing out quite so much. But yeah, I think I quite like that, so it's a good little addition. Right, thanks very much for watching. I've got my glasses on because otherwise I can't see particularly what I'm doing. So please join us next week, where I'm sure we'll have something else that we've made and something else that I've got to show you. So yep, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Bye.